Or I think, you know what, screw them both, give me in Lil badge.
Hello, my loves. My name is Zac, and welcome back to another episode of Pop Up, the chat show where we talk to the eliminated queens of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 6. And joining me in the studio today, red, blue, yellow, it's Charra Tea!
Hello, Zac. Oh, you care. I'm just kidding. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're crying with happiness.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be sent home.
So happy to be eliminated. I mean, I
got rickrolled by RuPaul. What more can I want?
Charra, my primary coloured angel darling, beautiful goddess. How are you feeling today?
I feel so good. I mean, like, what an amazing episode. It was so lovely. It was so sweet. Until, like, the last, 4.5 minutes, it was fabulous. It was just, I feel so good. I feel on top of the world.
Oh, you know what? I have a little confession for you before we get into it any further.
Ooh.
Because I don't actually think anyone should have gone home last night. I really don't.
I agree. In Untucked, me and Marmalade were sat beside each other and we were like, we're gonna lip sync for the win. So whenever Marmalade was called forward and got the badge, and me and Rileasa just stood there, I was like, right, okay. I was like, well, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Did you wait? Seriously? Did you seriously think that there was gonna be a 2-winner lip sync win?
Yes.
It should have been like that, right?
Yeah, because it was such a lovely episode, and it was all like, woo, love, and then Charra Tea, go home.
Yeah, it was so incredible, it was so wholesome, it was so heartwarming, and also no one did badly. And I feel like in makeover challenges, makeover challenges are a bit controversial because there's always a queen that I remember. Cheryl Holes always goes viral because everyone loved it and it was so spot on.
Yeah.
For some reason, she still got sent home, and there's always that kind of narrative that's spun. And this one, for example, the comments on the conversation online, everyone is like, it was so good. Everyone did amazing. Why? No one should have gone home, you know?
I know. Thank you for reminding me. No, I agree. I think, but also, it's such an iconic episode to go home on as well. So, I mean, I went out on a high, so I can't complain. And it also saved me from having to do a roast. So I mean,
were you not vibing with the roast?
I don't know. I really enjoyed the reading challenge. Obviously, it's very, very different to your full-on roast. So I had a lovely time sat watching the top 5 do their thing.
Oh yeah, of course, because they bring you all back next week. Yeah.
Yes, there was a lovely close-up shot of my left eyeball on the preview for next week, so that'll be gorgeous.
It was Zahira's face, and then I saw Dita's face just like this, and I was like, I'm ready. How did it feel then watching it back last night? Where were you? Were you with your family? Your mum is an absolute sweetheart, by the way. So sweet.
Oh, thank you. So it was actually my mum's birthday yesterday. So her and my dad flew over to London and we watched it in Q-Bar. And it was just so lovely. The audience were loving her. She was having the time of her life. What a birthday. So much fun. Much fun.
That is the best coincidence ever for it to be on her birthday. That's the best birthday you could give her.
So even she was able to make me going home on Drag Race about her. It was fantastic.
Oh my god, so good. And I bet all the gays were loving her last night. And
absolutely. Everyone was like, oh my god, can I get a photo with you? Charra, you can be in it if you want.
Charra, can you take a photo of me and your mum?
Honestly, put a flash on, Charra, come on. No, it was so sweet. She was loving it.
The makeover challenge is one where it's as you said, it's so wholesome and there's never any drama. It's just an episode where emotions are at an all-time high. Obviously, you've been without contact from the outside world for 7 weeks at that point. What was it like when all of your family members walked in and you all got to meet each other's parents and Kyra's boyfriend, for example? It's
weird because you kind of forget the outside world exists and you're like, do I have a family? What is going on? Obviously, we assumed there was going to be a makeover and I had dreamt that it would be our family. And obviously you tell stories to the queens about your mom and your dad. So then getting to meet everyone's parents and partner and sister, it was just so magical. And it really didn't feel obviously the rusical was the week before and that was so stressful. So this just felt It was just so much fun, and it was just so much fun to get to know everyone, and like Lavoie's dad, like it was just so lovely. It was so nice, and it was weird having 12 people in the room again because obviously it had gone down to 6, and
Yeah.
then back to 12. It was just really, really nice, really nice.
And the fact that your mum hugged RuPaul, I'm
I
dead.
know, crazy, crazy. It was so camp, and then Rue didn't hug anyone else, so I was like, I've won this challenge already. Foreshadowing.
I got this in the bag. How hilarious. Yeah, I mean, has your mum spoken about that? What did she like? Was she just
It was so lovely. And then in the Graham Norton challenge, I had spoken about my mum and Cliff Richard. So off camera, whenever she first walked in, Rue was like, "Oh my goodness, you're the Cliff Richard fan," and like sang a Cliff Richard song to her. And I was just like, "What is going on?" It was just so lovely. It was magical, magical.
And on that, like with the parents meeting with RuPaul, can I just say, like, side note, but the TikTok conversations that always happen towards the finale, those for me personally, I don't know how other fans feel. For me, sometimes they can be a bit repetitive almost.
Okay,
Always
yeah.
very, very, very positive, and it's kind of just repeating the same conversation. But this, what you guys did, having your parent there with RuPaul in that same format, was such a refreshing take on that format that we've seen already so many times. It was amazing. It was so fun to watch. It was so heartwarming. I literally got emotional when Lavoie's dad was there.
Oh my God, I know. It was so crazy because obviously, like, the TikTok chat is so iconic, but this is something like I don't think ever happened before.
It's never happened before. Yeah, it's never happened before.
And it was just so surreal. Like, sat like this close to RuPaul with my mum beside me. Like, I think it was maybe 2 years ago we went to Vegas and went to see Drag Race live.
Oh my God, I went as well.
Yeah, and we have this gift
So
shop,
good.
and it's like the workroom, and we were sat in like the mirrors, and I was like, oh my God, one day I'm gonna be in the real thing. And then being there with my mom in front of RuPaul, it was just like, this is
No way.
so crazy, kind of scary, but like good scary.
That is crazy. That is so full circle, especially you went to see it with your mum. What year did you go?
I think it was about 2-3 years ago.
I went 2022.
Oh, maybe.
I think it's from the same lineup of queens.
Yeah, like Naomi and Roxy.
I think Naomi called in sick when I
Oh,
went to see her.
maybe she was threatened by me.
And they replaced her with someone else. I remember, like, I think it was Coco Montrese was like a stand-in for someone.
Ah, okay.
One of the
Nice.
queens called in sick. I mean, they're obviously living in Vegas. They're probably going out every single night.
Absolutely.
If you haven't seen that show, people go buy tickets now. I think Lawrence Chaney's in it right now, right?
Yeah.
Going back to the episode, so you guys all absolutely killed it. Which makeover was your favorite?
I have to say, I think Marmalades, because the outfits were like so, like with the colors being so different, but it was so cohesive as well. And just like, I was obsessed with Marmalade's yellow blush. She just looked drop dead gorgeous. And just her mom was such like a diva in the best way. She was so funny. She was making us all like ourselves laughing. So just getting to see her look so, they both looked so similar. It was quite scary. And Marmalade just absolutely smashed it, and very well deserved badge as well.
Yeah, it's about time Marmalade got that badge. It's about time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Totally agree. I mean, if there's anything she should be awarded for, it's the runways.
Oh my goodness.
This has been that perfect build up to that moment, and now she's finally achieved it, and it's like, yes.
Yeah.
After a very emotional judging panel, we then see Marmalade snatch the badge and yourself and rileasa in the bottom. Do you agree with those placements?
I think because I'm not just saying this, but I think it could have been an episode where no one went home. But
Yeah.
I do understand the judges' comments. I appreciate, like, it was a little bit on the simple side. Like a massive bow and like ostrich feathers is so simple, so I totally get that notice. But I do get it, and like obviously they mentioned like rileasa's dress length. So I think it really was like no one was rubbish. It was just picking hairs or picking pubes, as Chanel would say. So I do get it. But we both killed it. We both killed the challenge, and it just had to be somebody. So.
And then, I mean, the lip sync to "Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down."
I got rickrolled by RuPaul.
Literally, I was literally about to say, like, you are officially the first queen in Drag Race history to be rickrolled on a season. How does that feel?
Honestly, that was like the perfect lip sync song for me. It was camp, it was fun. I have no idea how Rileasa managed to make Rick Astley sexy, but not that Rick Astley's like not sexy. If you're watching this, Rick, like you're
If
fab.
you're watching this, Rick,
Um,
don't worry.
but it was such a fun song to do, and I think I was able to like be camp. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. You kind of like black out in the lip sync, though you don't really remember anything. So
Yeah.
watching it back, I was like, oh god. But I was pretty happy with my
Yeah,
performance.
no, you both killed it. You both killed it. Charo, I
Thank you.
actually think you had a really interesting run on RuPaul's Drag Race UK season 6 because you didn't actually even get to speak to the judges or RuPaul until week 5, right?
I know. So the first 4 weeks, I was kind of like, do they know I'm part of the cast? Like, am I actually like breakthrough? Like, what is going on? And then I think even though week 5 I was in the bottom, my critiques were I felt amazing after it, and it was just really. It definitely took me a little while to like settle in and like arrive, but I was very proud of it, very proud of my journey.
I actually think you were done dirty a few times because I think you did really well in the Graham Norton episode. But for some reason, we were told that you were in bottom 3.
I think they just had to give me critiques, and they thought, you know what, she's so fab. You gotta show a bit of vulnerability, and yeah.
I think you did really well. Like you were literally on par with all the other queens on your sofa.
I yeah.
I'm not sure about what's going on here.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is, and the judges are fantastic, and I appreciate everything this.
Well, I mean, now that we're closer to the finale, we know that Lavoie and Kyron are both now 3 badge queens. Do you think there was ever a challenge where you could have earned that badge just equally?
I think if you're able to give 2 badges for a challenge, you could have given 3. And I think it would have been very, very easy to have given me a badge for Snatch Game. Not to like to my own horn, but
Yes.
it was
I was
blooming unreal. I really think Kyron and Lavoie deserved to win as well, but I think so did I.
I really think Kyron and Lavoie really deserved the badge. I really do. But I truly believe that you deserve just as much. And I actually think giving you the badge in the Snatch Game would have maybe made it a bit less predictable and also shaken up the competition a bit.
Yeah, it would have just been nice to see this like quiet little queen do the
Yeah.
best like, episode 1, do the best talent show in Drag Race history, and then like
Yeah.
flop a little bit, and then be a bit rubbish in the Graham Norton show, and then win Snatch Game. That would have been so. It would have been a roller coaster.
Honestly, yes. And I was fully expecting that. Like watching the episode, I was like, holy I was gonna get the badge and that's gonna be a goop. And then it didn't happen. And I was like, wait. But I still fully think that Lavoie and
Oh
Kyra
yeah,
killed it and
absolutely.
they deserved it. But I think they could have given it to you as well.
Or I think you know what? Screw them both. Give me in Lil a badge.
Yeah. Yes, Lil also equally deserved. Yeah, yeah, Lil for sure.
Yeah,
But
Lil was
I think
hilarious.
it's because RuPaul obviously always favors a queen where he kind of gives them the idea, and he was saying how bizarre the Nadine Coyle as Mary Poppins would be, and
Yeah,
you took on that no and you made it work. So then
yeah.
usually RuPaul in those situations would give the badge or reward the queen that has followed his advice, especially in Snatch Game. We've seen it done a billion times before.
Well, maybe if I ever go back to Drag Race, I'll have to do Nadine Coyle as Elvis Presley as Liza Minnelli, and then I'll win.
Then you're just every episode, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, absolutely,
RuPaul will
absolutely.
eat it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw some people online saying that by episode 6, it'd almost become like a 2-horse race between Kyra and Lavoie. What are your thoughts on this?
I think Kyra and Novoa are obviously they have smashed the season, but I think like obviously well everyone that's left in the competition now has a badge, which is incredible. So I think it's anyone's game,
True.
and so you never know, you never know. But obviously Kyra and Novoa have absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, deservedly so. And I feel like Drag Race UK, maybe not UK, but definitely UK versus the world has a bit of reputation for a bit of controversial judging. I mean, globally, we've just seen it. And I think UK is a very good example of, okay, we're back on track and the judging is correct. And it has been, apart from Snatch Game, which I think you should have been given a badge as well. We'll move on, we'll move on.
Everything that's happened, I completely agree with. I understand their point of view, and I think it's been a very, very fair season overall.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a very first season. We didn't see you get into that much drama in your season. I mean, there was a very tiny thing with Chanel, I think,
Yes.
in the Graham Norton show. Was there anything that we didn't see, or any like friction behind the scenes that we don't know about? What's going on?
So there was this one time in the workroom whenever Octavia punched me in the face, and I'm just kidding. No, I think everything. I just don't really get into drama. I think obviously there was the little altercation with Chanel in episode 1 after the cabaret, and then the Graham Norton show as well. But like we were there to make TV, and we knew that, and everything that was said as soon as we finished, we were like, no, whatever. Like, and me and Chanel. We're like best friends now. So it's weird watching it back though, because you have to go back to your place where you're like, oh, I really did not like you, but now I love you. So it's very weird.
And you gave us, you're right. I mean, it's all about good TV at the end of the day. If there wasn't drama, fans would be complaining that there's no drama. So
exactly.
Charra, looking at the competition overall, the fact that you made top 6 is a huge achievement. What are you most proud of on your time on season 6?
I'm just proud of everything. I think like I just had so much fun, and I think I'm probably most proud of the fact that for the first couple of weeks I did kind of fly under the radar, but I didn't let that get to me, and like I easily could have like held back on Snatch Game, but like doing the crazy Nadine Coyle thing just allowed me to have so much fun. And I think I've got to probably say my proudest moment was Snatch Game, because it was just wild, and it's such a crazy, scary challenge. So the fact that's the one that I excelled in is so bizarre.
And were you not expecting it at all? Or was it a complete shock to you, or were you just fully surprised yourself?
I was nervous for Snatch Game, and then I came up with some good ideas for Queen Victoria, and I was like, I'm so excited. This is going to be amazing. And then obviously, whenever I got there and saw that Lil was doing it, I was like, oh, here we go. And then I just didn't expect, with the whole Nadine thing, I just didn't expect it to be as funny as it was. And even watching it back, I was like, oh my God, I actually was funny.
And I know I've already told you this, but I loved the video you did on your YouTube of Nadine going to the audition. I thought it was hilarious.
Thank you so much. I have to say, my good Manchester sister, Rosie Zinvandale, I was going to make a TikTok just being like, Nadine, and then she was like, why don't you do like a mockumentary? And I was like, absolutely, let's do it. And it was just so much fun, and it was nice to have that little backstory and just a little bit of behind the scenes silliness.
And will we be seeing more of Nadine Coyle as Mary Poppins?
Maybe, we'll see. Well, I did see the day after Snatch Game, Mary Poppins the musical announced their new cast for their upcoming tour, so maybe Nadine will be added to that.
Did they actually? Oh, iconic.
Yeah, the next day.
They really brought it back, yeah. They saw your Snatch Game, was like,
yeah, I went, okay, we'll get Nadine in.
Before we go into our quick game, what's one thing then that you wish you'd done differently?
I wish I had brought a Princess Diana wig with me instead of that monstrosity that I put on my head. But again, it was good TV, it was good content on TikTok, so I'm not going to complain.
I also loved your Kylie Minogue in the musical.
Thank you, that was fun.
The red Madame outfit. Oh my God, I was living. I feel like impersonations for you this season have been your bag. Like,
yeah, actually, and Kylie was quite hard as well, because like you have to try and be sexy and also do an Australian accent, and my accent couldn't be further away from that. And I can't sing, I can't dance, so it was like 4 things that were quite hard, but again, I was very, very happy with that.
Charra, thank you so much. Okay, now for the last part of our interview, we're going to go into a quick game called Word Association. So the rules are super simple. I say a word, and you say the first word that pops into your head.
I'm nervous.
We're going to start a clock, and then we're going to compare your score to your other queens. The only rule is you cannot say the same word twice. Are you ready?
Oh, I think that every time I watch this, I'm like, I would smash this, and I'm doing it. I'm like, right.
Cruise is not one of the words. Okay.
Thank God.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Makeup.
Lipstick.
Designer.
Marmalade.
RuPaul.
Mother.
Busted.
Octavia.
Appendix.
Long.
Stimulation.
Charra Tea.
Underwear.
Pants.
Theft.
Steal.
Surgery.
Levoir.
Michelle.
Other mother.
Delivery.
Just Eat.
Beard.
Danny.
Horror.
Scary.
Anachronism.
Sister.
Bumfuzzle.
Shaved.
Whippersnapper.
Willy Wonka.
Construction.
Create.
Constitution.
Graham Norton.
Constitution Graham Norton.
He's a British institution. Oh.
time is up, but that was, you were locked in.
That was scary. That was really scary. What's a constitution?
I have no idea.
So it's different from an institution.
No, they're the same thing.
Okay, Graham Norton.
Holy sh! I think, excuse my French, I actually think we might have a 3-way tie currently.
Snatch Game all over again? Sorry, it's like what's Snatch Game?
This time I'm letting you win. Now, I'm rigging it for you this time, okay? Charra Tea, you scored a total of 17 points!
Woo!
Woo!
Thank you.
Charra, thank you so much for speaking with me. Please tell the world what you have coming up in your life and where they can find you.
I am going to be bettering my Nadine Coyle impression. I am going to be working on my primary colour drag and doing shows, going back to Belfast, which is very exciting. And you can find me online at Charra_Tea or at @Charra on Twitter for some reason, or X, whatever it's called. Just follow me and yeah, thanks.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Charra, thank you so much for speaking with me. Remember to subscribe for weekly pop-up episodes with the Queens, and I'll see you next week.
Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for having me.